Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Alison. If you guys are into fashion, beauty, lifestyle, foundation review, and hauls video, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. They are free 99. Subscribe, support my channel. And also, if you guys have not followed my Instagram, go ahead and give it a follow because whenever I'm not on YouTube channel, I'm always on my Instagram posting my daily life on story and my feed. So make sure to follow my Instagram to get to know of my personal life. So for today's video, we're testing out another new foundation. No matter how late I sleep from working late night yesterday, I'm still gonna get up and do this foundation review for you guys. I slept at like 2 a.m. in the morning last night and it was so tiring, but I do want to get this foundation up for you guys a review as soon as possible. So today we're testing out this Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint, and I have this in the shade number 5. So if you guys are interested how this works on my oily texture acne prone skin, then let's keep on watching. Okay, so let's talk about this foundation bottle. You guys can see it's a very simple plasticky bottle finish, and it comes with this squeezy tube. So usually with a lot of tinted moisturizer, they tend to have this kind of packaging, and when you shake it, there is no metal ball on the inside. So this is what the foundation bottle looks like. I love the shape of it and very simple. It says Fenty Beauty. So on the back side, this is what it looks like. I'm getting the shade number 5 and it's a very sleek finish foundation bottle. Okay, so before we get into this foundation, for the base, I'm using this primer from Sisley. This is their Double Tense primer, and I mainly prime it on my forehead and my oily area and my texture area. So for my under eye, I'm using this Becker Under Eye Brightener. So you guys already know this is my gem and I'm almost finishing. This is my second or third bottle, I believe. I use this every single time when I put on my makeup. Alright guys, so today we're testing this Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. This is their Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint Foundation. So this is retails for $29.50 on the Sephora.com website, and it comes in 1.08 ounce of the foundation. So usually a typical foundation comes in 1 ounce, so this comes in a little bit more. But again, skin tint, usually it tends to be a little less coverage than usual foundation, so we'll see about that. So this foundation also comes in 25 shade range on the Sephora.com. So in case you guys are new here, I am a fan of Fenty Beauty. I already purchased their first Fenty Beauty foundation. This is a matte coverage, and they also have this more of a hydrating long wear foundation. I also love this. I love this shade range and I love the coverage of Fenty Beauty. So now that they're coming in with more of a skin tint, everyday makeup look of a foundation, so I'm ready to try this out. So this skin tint is a lightweight buildable light to medium coverage skin tint that leaves skin looking blurred and smooth. It gives you that very light coverage, natural finish, and also this is a easy to apply flexible skin tint Rihanna wanted to create. It quickly and visibly evens out your complexion with blur effect. The Hydra Blend Complex and Humidity Sweat and Transfer Resistant formula has a smooth texture that layers well with primer and skincare. So again, it claims to be transfer resistant formula. It's good for humidity and sweat, which means you can wear this during the summertime now that summer is approaching, and it does give you that very natural, nice skin looking finish. So first of all, I'm gonna go with my usual concealer. This is a Pat McGrath concealer. You guys know I love this, and I'm using the shade L5. And I also purchased another shade just for the summertime, so hopefully we can use that as soon as summer is here. So to use this foundation, they suggest to shake well, apply a few drops with fingers or a full body foundation brush made to layer with your skincare and primer. So we will try one side with using fingers. You guys know I am sponge lover. I don't like using brush and I don't use my finger often, so we're gonna try this out and see what is the coverage. I know sometimes with skin tint it tends to be more of a light coverage, so using a finger is like giving you a better coverage because your finger doesn't absorb the product compared to using a brush or a foundation sponge. Usually they absorb a little more than compared to your fingers, so I don't like the feeling of it, but we'll see how it goes. So you guys can see I did 3 lines right here. First off, the shade. It's close to my skin tone and it's more of my summer skin tone, I would say. It's a little tan, but it works because of the undertone is perfect. It tends to be a little oily when I apply with my fingers, you guys can see. And I do love the coverage, but it feels heavy on the skin in a way when I'm using my fingers. So you guys can see this side of the coverage. Actually, when it claims to be a skin tint, I feel like this coverage is not bad and it does kind of blur out my pores. But compared to this side, my bare skin and with the skin tint, gonna use a sponge on this side of my face. So you guys will see with a sponge it kind of absorbs the product, so they didn't recommend you to use a sponge like this. And compared with using a finger, it definitely gives you a lot more coverage. You guys can see my redness on the skin from my acne scar compared to this side. So I do suggest using finger as your first application, so you guys can see the coverage is slowly building it up. And also be aware this is a skin tint, so you guys know skin tint not gonna give you a lot coverage. I definitely feel like this would be a no makeup kind of look, like you going out, running errands, that kind of look. And lastly, I'm gonna blend it out with a sponge. Make sure everything is settled down and it's blending well what it looks like with the skin tint on. And you guys can see my skin looks like still my skin, but it looks a lot blurred and with smoother finish. It does kind of blur out my pores a little. You guys can see later on after I set the foundation in. But now I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup and I'm gonna give you guys my first impression on the skin tint. Alright guys, so the makeup is done. I did a very natural everyday makeup look without eyeliner and lashes. So this is kind of new in front of the camera, but today I'm doing this very natural, minimal makeup look to try this skin tint. Because this skin tint is meant for a skin tint which is a lightweight and used for everyday makeup look, and also like running errands, those kind of day that you want to go with the skin tint. So my first impression, I don't have any issue with outer makeup layer on top. It doesn't move around. I did set it with loose setting powder again because I do have oily skin, and I set with all the foundation that I use on my face on every single video on my YouTube channel. You guys know my foundation review, I set it with loose setting powder no matter how matte it is because I do have oily skin. So this is the final look. Right now it looks really good. It looks kind of like blur out my skin on the center of my face, but on my chin area, you guys know it's my most texturized area on this face, so it does have a little patchiness on my chin right now. But again, I set it with loose setting powder. We'll see how it works after a few hours and see my natural oils come through. Will it be getting very oily or it looks even better? So I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts after 8 hours of wear, and then I'll be doing a rating of this foundation. You guys know I do rating on each foundation review to see how I like it. So with that being said, I'll check in with you guys later to see how it works throughout the day on my texture and oily skin. Okay guys, so it has been about 5 hours mark now since I've been wearing this foundation. So this is what it looks like on the skin. I feel like it looks a lot more natural finish. On my forehead, you guys can definitely see there's a little shine going on, and around my nose area you guys can see my redness is peeking through, which means this foundation, it does take off easily because I was blowing my nose. I do have allergies, so the tip of my nose and around the rims of my nose, you guys can see the redness. That's the foundation that it take off. And also my chin area, it's where it does separate a little because I do have texture. So right now this is what it looks like on the 5 hours mark, and the reason I'm checking in with you guys right now is because I am going to work out now. I'm gonna go work out for about 30 to 40 minutes. It is going to be a home workout, so I'm not going to be outdoor wearing mask. I'm just gonna be indoor in my house working out with Pamela Riff. You guys know I do a video about my workout with Pamela Riff. You guys know that. Okay guys, I'm back for the final check-in and it is almost 9 p.m. so which means I've been wearing this foundation for about 8 hours mark. And what I did in this few hours, I did a 30 minutes walk outside with my dogs. I work out for 30 minutes and then have dinner and wash dishes. So this is what I have been doing for this few hours mark, and now let's get back into the foundation and see how it wears after my workout. So you guys can see the foundation, it still looks the same. It kind of like the foundation that it sink into my skin, or in a way that the foundation kind of disappear a little. So let me say, when I did a walk, I did have a face mask on. So here you guys can clearly see this side of my nose is the foundation completely off, and the staying power of this foundation is very light and it does take off easily. The foundation is completely gone on my bridge of the nose area, around my nose, and on my chin area there's a little on the bottom part. So that's where my mask goes, and there is where the foundation that it take off easily. And also on my chin area, I would say it still looks good, but the foundation is kind of fading away the coverage. You guys can see it's peeking through a lot more on the redness, comparing to my last check-in. But my forehead is something that I never touch it, and it stayed put. So on the forehead area, I would say it stayed put the best out of like the area on the face. And you guys can see this is my natural oil, and this is what it looks like after 8 hours of wear and after a workout. And the workout I was joking about, it's gonna be easy. So today we did a very intense 50 minutes cardio and other 50 minutes low strength, which I did sweat a little, and the cardio was kind of killing me because I haven't been working out for a while. So I would say after a 30 minutes workout and a walk outside with the dog, I feel like this foundation, it does stay nicely in general, with a very nice skin tint light coverage. But it just take off easily with the foundation that on the area that you have your mask on, or if you are touching your face constantly throughout the day, then this foundation will take off easily. So I would say the pros are the very lightweight finish and light coverage if you guys looking for everyday makeup look. And for the con of this skin tint, I would say it does take off easily with the coverage because I do have allergy, so it does take off on the nose part. And also when I'm wearing a mask, it does take off easily on the bridge of my nose and where my chin is touching the mask. So the staying power is very limited. Transfer resistant, I don't think that's something that it applies on my oily skin. And as for the staying power, I would say it's a very natural, and it does slowly fade away throughout the day, I would say, because with this part of my face, I feel like the coverage is slowly fading away and the redness is slowly peeking through. So now comes to my foundation rating, and I do have to say I'm a hard grader on foundation because I don't have a good skin to start with. You guys can see all my flaws on this face. I do have redness, textured skin, and acne prone skin. So I need something that it makes me look good and feel more confident when I'm getting out there with my skin issues. So I'm a hard grader with foundation. But when it comes to foundation, I'm looking for something that it gives me a very nice medium coverage, not necessarily full coverage. I still like that natural looking and lightweight finish, and also long lasting on my oily skin throughout the 8 hours. So I would rate this foundation, I would say, should I rate it 7.5 or 8? I'm kind of debating. And also with this kind of foundation, you do have to apply it with your fingers before using a sponge to blend out nicely on the face. I would say 7.5 on this foundation. But if you guys watch my previous Fenty Beauty review on a foundation, I love the matte. It gives me very nice coverage. Little goes a long way. Okay, so that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy watching this kind of review, and I also hope this review does help you guys out to pick up this foundation. And also, if you guys haven't followed my Instagram, make sure to click the follow to see what I have been doing every single day and my lives. And also, if you guys have tried this foundation out, let me know in the comments down below, how does it work with your skin tone? Did you end up purchasing it, or did you end up keeping this foundation? How does it work on your skin type? Let me know in the comments down below. So with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.